Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Allotment Dram. This is a series of short videos where we sit and talk about different whiskies in the surroundings of our North London allotment. And you join me here today on what's been another lovely afternoon actually. Quite warm, I think it's 25, 26 degrees, something like that. Been quite hot, sort of hard work, but very, very nice place to be on an afternoon like this. As you can see, bright blue sky, sunshine all around. Also had the chance to harvest a few things, so very excited. Got the first of the garlics that I've dug up, a couple of those. The rest of those should be ready pretty soon. They look pretty chunky, so quite pleased with how they've turned out. Basically our garlic harvest, I plant enough and it lasts us almost the whole year, right round till sort of next sort of June, July sort of time. Also another good haul of from the strawberry patch, which is just down sort of by the front of the plot there. That's probably about the 5th or 6th such haul that we've had. Also had a few cherries off the cherry tree. They're always exciting to see. Not many this year. The tree seems to have really struggled for some reason, but hopefully next year it'll be back. Those cherries make great cocktail cherries, by the way. And also the first of the black currants there, just a little handful, so I will probably have those with some yogurt tomorrow morning. But while that's all very well and good and very interesting, of course, you didn't tune in to find out about the weather in North London or what I've picked up on the allotment. You did of course tune in to find out what the allotment dram is today and to hear a bit about it. So today's allotment dram is a brand new product. It's the Gold Spot, 9 years old, from Irish distillers, and this literally got launched about 10 days ago at Whisky Live in Dublin. And what it is, it's part of the Irish distillers Spot range. So you've got green spot, blue spot, you've got red spot, yellow spot, and so on. Whereas this sits 9 years old, so sits in the middle. So you've got the green spot and the blue spot, which are younger, and the yellow and the red, which are older. But this is a limited edition, and it's been brought out to celebrate the Mitchell and Son, their 135 years of whisky bonding. So Mitchell and Son are a very famous old Irish wine and spirit merchant, and sort of back in the day they paired up with Irish distillers to collaborate on sort of relaunching the Spot, starting with Green Spot, and then in the last 10 years all the others have joined. So they still work with Irish distillers, so Irish distillers have decided to commemorate their 135 years of whisky bonding in Dublin by launching Gold Spot. And the spots actually relate to when they're in the sort of cellars underneath the streets of Dublin. Mitchell and Son used to paint different coloured spots on the side of the barrels, so people would know what age of whisky there was there. So green spot would be one age, blue spot another, so on and so on. And you think that was useful back in the day when a lot of people couldn't read, were illiterate, so that helped people to understand. Now of course 99.9% of people can read, and also you have like the modern technology, barcodes and things, so it tells you exactly sort of how long, when that cask was filled, how long it's been there, and so on and so on. But back in the day they used to paint these spots on the side. So what is this? This is, as I said, 9 years old. It's been released at cask strength, so 51.4%. That's in the old system 102.8 proof, and that relates to historical bottling that Mitchell and Son used to release. So a little hat tip to that. And what it is, it's actually a mix of 4 different barrel types. So you've got bourbon and you've got sherry, which appear in a lot of whiskies, and you've then got Bordeaux red wine casks, and you've got old port casks, the massive port casks. And as with the rest of the Spot family, it's a single pot still whisky. So that means it's made from a mix of malted barley and unmalted barley right at the beginning, and this creates this pot still whiskey. So this is going to cost you about €120 at the moment. It's only available in Ireland at the moment, and then from July it will be available sort of in selected markets around the world. So €120, that equates to about £105. So I think without further ado we should have a little taste, smell and a taste. That's quite enough sort of background, but you know, I like to give background, it puts everything into context. So here we are, just pour that, pop it back down on the side. So, okay, let's have a smell. Oh, it's delicious. It's got a really nice tropical fruit note. We're talking like ripe pineapple, mango, apricot jam actually, and then you've got quite a nice sort of biscuity, malty quality underneath. Gives a bit of structure. Some golden syrup, honey, vanilla, and something a little bit confected under there as well. It's almost like boiled sweets, you know, something like that. But let's have a taste. Wow, they've done a good job with that. That's really delicious. So good actually. That juiciness, that tropical fruit juiciness really comes through. All those things we said before, so the pineapple, mango, apricot. There's a bit of like red apple in there as well, like crisp red apple. And then underneath is this sort of malty, slightly biscuit-like quality. Very nice, and all kind of wrapped around is this sort of golden syrup, honey, vanilla pod, you know, like fresh vanilla pods, but also a little bit of like this confected, so it's a bit like that sort of what's it called, creme anglaise, that sort of custard that you get in very good patisserie, you know, like a custard slice or something, you know, Danish pastry with some custard in. You know, very, very nice. I definitely think we should have another taste of this. In addition to that, there's also some quite elegant, warming spices. It's a little bit of hint of gingerbread, some cinnamon. Yeah, slightly peppery quality just at the end, and you know, maybe because it is sort of over 50%, 51.4% cask strength, but yeah, plenty of that like juicy apricot, and yeah, that sort of vanilla patisserie custard. Really, really nice. They've done a fine job with this. You know, Irish distillers normally don't mess about, whether it's, you know, with their core range or limited editions like this, you know, the spot range or redbreast, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, Jameson. They really produce fine whiskies, and this is delicious. And they say it's limited edition, but you know, they give no indication of what limited means in terms of number. You know, the only details that we were given when we got our little sample here was you know, the cost and the strength and what the cask makeup was, and so on. So I'd say if you're in Ireland, you can grab it now. If you're elsewhere, you know, say the UK or America, or you know, parts of Asia or parts of mainland Europe, when it comes out in July, you know, I'd search it out, because you never know how long these things are going to last if they don't tell you what the numbers are. So yeah, I think that's probably about it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this in a second, but from myself and the gold spot, single pot still, 9 years old. We will bid you farewell and let you get back on doing whatever you were doing before you happened to find this video. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope that you will join us again for another allotment dram very soon. I also hope it's going to be as nice as this sort of every time I come up here, but if you've watched the old videos, the back catalogue, you'll know that's not the case. But anyway, that's quite enough waffling, so for now I will bid you farewell and say cheers. Cheers.